Hello, gorgeous, divine, intuitive being. It is Tiffany here. I feel like a bit of an astronaut. Maybe it's to do with the card that I have chosen. It just feels a little bit like I've got this gold kind of staircase thing going on around my head. It feels very strange, but I thought it was time to up my game a bit and get a professional mic going on. And it's like my third attempt at getting a professional mic. I had just the headphones, but they rustled. And then I had AirPods, but they weren't working. I couldn't get them to work very well. And so I wanted to try this, and I hope you can hear me okay. So please let me know that you can hear me okay, and then we can get started. Hello and welcome. This is day 2 of Be Your Own Magician. My name is Tiffany Crosara, and I am an inner transformation specialist, courage catalyst, author, and the boho CEO of the multi-award winning Transformational Truth of Tarot, which is a book, hello Anne, a game, and was a course, but actually that's all changing up very soon. Thank you for letting me know you can hear okay. So, how was yesterday for you? Because this is day 2 of Be Your Own Magician. So I want to crackling. Oh dear. So I want to be able to start with checking in with where you're at. Are you on track? Also, to let you know that there is no such thing as behind, okay, because there's always so-called latecomers, and what I want you to know is that you're not late, you're actually bang on time. Wherever you are at, you just jump in where you are at and you go for it, just from where you're at. And when I say go for it, I mean go for it lightly. Go for it with a playfulness in your heart, not from a place of over-trying, overdoing, overwhelm, and overkill. That is something intuitives in particular suffer a lot with. And I've really seen that over the years. So do your gentle best with a trust, with a faith that the universe is actually guiding your path here, not you. We're going to be doing quite a bit on mindset today because we are on the Ace of Swords today. So we were on the Magician yesterday. Should have the Magician card out all the way along, really. And I did a little overview about how the Magician makes his magic. I'm just going to try and get him up, so I might not be looking at you whilst I'm talking. He makes his magic, I've got to go through 78 cards, by working with the sword, which is the thought first and foremost. So we have to get our mindset really sharp, really clear. And that's, I would say, mindset is like 90% of the battle. So what we really want to do today is get our mindset working in the right way for us. And some ways that it doesn't work for us is feeling like we're behind, or feeling like we have to try harder or be more, or that we need to get somewhere other than where we are. It's about the way the Magician would do it would be to actually know his own power and trust that all the radio waves that he is receiving is exactly right for him, because he is unique, right? There is no other magician that can do the magic that he can do in the world. There is no other you in this world than you. So the first thing I want you to do is own your journey, whatever it is. It's not going to be 100% the way that the instructions are. If it is, then you're not going deep enough. You're being very cookie cutter about it. So this journey is about activating your uniqueness. There is only one of you in this universe. Your journey is divine, and your journey is going to be different to everybody else's. So if you're just starting, if you're just tuning in right now and you're like, what the heck is Tiffany going on about? Don't worry about it. Just start from here. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to say, okay? We will review The Magician a little bit, but if you haven't done everything, I don't want you to go into this place of like, oh, I haven't done The Magician or I haven't done that. I would like you to practice this consciousness from right now, which is a kind of breath feedback. Okay, put it down there a bit more. Is that better? Don't want any heavy breathing going on. So I want you to actually practice this consciousness from right now, okay? So even if you haven't done The Magician when you're watching this, just review your day yesterday, okay? All right, so we did work with The Magician yesterday, and I have looked at some of the themes that have come up, and I want to know what themes that came up for you, okay? So what themes have come up for you whilst you've been doing The Magician yesterday? I noticed in the group, interestingly, that there was quite a bit about mortgages and death, and that's a new one for The Magician. It's a total new one for The Magician. I've never seen that ever on a journey before with The Magician, and that's something about the tarot, is that you can journey with it. I've been journeying with it for half my lifetime. In fact, I've been working with it for all my lifetime pretty much, but not journeying with it. I've been journeying with it for half of my lifetime. And I can tell you that every time I journey with it, there's something new. And yesterday there did seem to be a lot of things to do with chaos and professionalism, which I would say are themes of The Magician. So he's a bit of a trickster, and he will come and kind of wave his magic wand and turn everything upside down a little bit, and that's the energy of magic. It gets a little bit messy. So if you've had the chaos going on, then don't worry, that's part of The Magician reorganizing things. Personally, for me this time, my day went like clockwork, and this is what happens when you do the journey more than once. You get to see, you think back and think about what it was like last time. And I remember it being really chaotic for me last time. So I actually can see, I can go, okay, that part, I've got that part down now. Yes. But whatever your day is, whether it is chaotic or challenging or full of flow, it has a message for you about where your energy needs to be. And that is how we are getting to that place of being our own magician. So for instance, Ace of Swords today, and I chose this card, which is the Light Seer's Ace of Swords. And the reason I chose that, this is the traditional one, so it's quite not so traditional, but the reason I chose it is because it resonates with me. Now, I had the Osho Zen yesterday. I'm not sticking to one deck. I'm going with what calls me, with what resonates with me. Yes, the picture did manifest yesterday with my coach and my coaching group, and existence, and this meditation we did about stars. And I should have had that one out, but it's basically a woman type of magician, more like the star. It's much more like the star card in the Osho Zen. It's called Existence Magician in the Osho Zen. So today I am resonating with this one, and it's important to have the card that resonates the most rather than stick to a deck. And the reason this resonates is because I am doing a lot on mindset, and I really want to bring that into this live. I really want to bring that into this day for you. And the way I can do that quickly, because I don't want this live to take up a lot of time, hopefully only like 20 minutes, half an hour for those that want some support after this live. But this delivery of content should be a lot quicker today. Okay, so should be like just another 10 minutes. So the mindset thing that I would like you to really help yourself become awake with is where you are allowing yourself to come out of your patterns. What can you do to become who you're becoming rather than who you have been? There is something I read somewhere yesterday, and it was speaking about how, here we go. Yeah. One study showed that in any given day, we think anywhere between 12,000 and 60,000 thoughts, and 95% of our thoughts are exactly the same ones as we thought yesterday. Yes, the comfort zone is very sticky. Okay, so there was another little bit as well, but I can't find out where it is. But basically what I'm saying is I want you to catch yourself. I want you to become a warrior of your mindset. And I want you to slice through those thoughts that keep you stuck in who you have been. It's time to upgrade. It's time to up level. Think about the magician. What thoughts would the magician think? He has his wand here. Yes, his magic wand. So if he was thinking all of the limiting thoughts about not being enough, or needing to be more or do more, or what's he going to create? You know, right, what he's going to create. So I just want you to have fun and then be like, this is what makes me feel good. So I'll tell you a little story about this card, for instance. So I'd chosen this card because I'm working a lot on mindset. And this morning I felt a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit out of sorts. And I thought, okay, I need to get today's Be Your Own Magician post up on Instagram. And I need to do it now because it's the morning and they've got to start their day. And then I was like, okay, no. I hadn't had that thought yet. Sorry, still a little bit everywhere. And this is how the Ace of Swords was for me last time and how it is for me today. It's thrown everything up. It's like you're not disciplined enough yet in your mindset. So I'm still working on it. What happened this morning was that I went to the shop. I came back. Then I thought, I need to do this post on Instagram. And I need to do it now. And I had like all these different tasks in my head, feeling like I needed to be multi-dimensional, be everything to everyone, all at once. And I was just so familiar with that feeling. And I'm so done with that feeling. That is the old me. That's not who I am becoming, right? But still, it was like this thought of like, you've got to get this post on Instagram right now. That's the ego, right? Because if you don't, everybody's day is going to be disastrous, which is a load of bollocks, right? But there we go. It's a drama queen. So that was going on, and I was like, okay, I'll just do this post. And I couldn't find it. I couldn't find my phone anywhere. So I went back to the shop, knowing somehow inside of me that it wasn't going to be there, but I was just driving myself crazy looking for my phone at my home. I couldn't get out of this mindset. It was like a fly that was banging its head on the window. So I thought, right, I'm going to get out the window. I'm going to just change it up somehow. And I went to the shop again, and I noticed that the sun was really, really shining, and I was really feeling this energy as I was walking down the very old Barthonian cobbled street. And I was just getting this information downpour of like, you're not going to walk in a way that is stressed. You're going to walk in a way that is enjoying the sun. You're not going to walk in a way that is in fear that you've lost something, that you're lacking something. You're going to walk with grace, and you're going to enjoy this walk, because you know what, Tiffany, you actually did set the intention that you would be doing a morning walk, and you didn't really do it that consciously on the way to the shop. You just did this mad dash, and it was like, oh my God. So then I went into the shop, and of course the phone's nowhere to be seen, but what am I hearing playing but Halo by Beyonce? So it's like, okay. And then I come back and I'm like, I'm just going to let go. I don't know where my phone is. I'm definitely not going to do the Instagram post right now, because that's obviously not the priority. What's the priority? And then it was like, do this task. This task is the priority. And I was like, great. I've got to set an alarm for that task because I need to be doing this at that time. Where's my phone? Okay. So it was like, oh, of course I don't have my phone. And then it was like, okay, I don't need the alarm. So you see, it was like it was taking out of me all the things that I thought I needed, and just fine-tuning down to this one very simple thing of being here in the power of now and doing the one task at hand simply, and not needing any bells and whistles. And you know what? It was done in no time. Like, if I'd have had the alarm, I think it would have taken me longer. There is something coaches say, and that is that something will take you as long as you give the time for it. And I could totally see that. It was done in like less than 10 minutes, where I'd have set an hour to do it. It was crazy, crazy fast. So there you go. There's an example for you of how these things work. Because when I actually thought I don't need the alarm, and I sat down, I moved a cushion, and guess what? My phone was there. And I knew it was like the universe saying, okay, we've got you there now, but this is your choice. Do you want to go back? Because you can just do the Instagram post now, or you can set your alarm. Or are you going to continue with where we've got you to? And I chose to continue with where it got me to. So that is how these journeys work. That is how these journeys play out. A few of you said, oh, it was unexpected, and that's exactly right. Yes, you could never see it happening. All right, so that's what I would like you to do today, is to have your card, whatever your card is, up on your phone. I've got so much stuff on my phone, but my card is there, yes? And remember to ask the 3 questions. Who, what, where? Or who, what, how? Where as well. Is this card showing up for me? Now, if you need help with that and writing it out in the Facebook group after you've, done the day, then you can go to this link and get the Be Your Own Magician book. And I know, Leslie, you were asking about how to use it. So I am going to show you how to use it in a moment. But what I want people to know is that it's just about fun, it's just about play, and aligning to who you're becoming. So whatever is easiest for you, but do post in the group, do post a separate post, do post the picture of the card that you've been using and anything else you want to show us. Do summarize it as much as you possibly can. And also, I'm going to be introducing hashtags. So it's going to be easier for you to find your posts that way. So if you just put hashtag Be Your Own Magician Day 2, you can edit your day 1 post. So you can put hashtag Be Your Own Magician Day 1. Okay. All right. So I don't think there's any questions. I think that's it for now. Remember, we're working with number 1. So where do you see number 1 in your life? That's going to be all week. And it's the last day of the air signs. So yesterday it was like mainly Gemini. Did you connect with any Geminis? And Aries is a bit in here as well, as a little bit of Virgo as well. Today it's Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So look out for where those connections are for you as well. Remember, it's the picture that plays out. You don't have to know about tarot. Heck, you don't even need a tarot deck. You just need to search on Google for Ace of Swords Tarot, click images, take a screenshot of the one that resonates with you. That is the most important thing. Put it on your screen of your phone or somewhere else that you're going to see it. That is the point of putting it somewhere it's in your visual reference, so that you remember to ask the questions of how is this showing up for you? Where is it showing up for you? Who is showing up for you? How are you being like the Ace of Swords as well? Now, to give you a little bit more structure to do this with, I have created this book, and some of you have been asking how to use it. So this is up to you now. You can just go on with your day. You know what to do. It's basically put your card somewhere you see it, and remember you're working with this energy, and keep curious. How is it showing up? Remember to align to who you're becoming and who you want to be. Remember to have fun. Remember to play with it, and to let go of all the old ways of being. You know, it's a bit of thought police, particularly today. The more that you can catch those thoughts that no longer serve you and decide to do it differently, the more you're going to nail the Ace of Swords, no matter how much it challenges you, which I hope my experience and my story helped you to see how to work with it. Okay, so you can just go on and do that, and then you can just post in the group afterwards, or if you want some more help, now stay on, because I'm going to take you through the book and what to do with it. I need to share my screen. Okay, share screen. So Leslie was asking how to use the book, and I'm going to take it from the top, because I know that it's going to need to be step by step. And any of you that need help with this, you can always come back to this. So you're not going to be able to do this right now. You're only going to be able to watch, but you can also come back on the replay and pause it step by step. You know, follow it step by step and pause it each time. So first of all, you're going to need a Gmail account. So, you know, like Hotmail or Outlook, whatever your email is, if you're going to do it this way, you're going to need a Gmail account. This is a Gmail account. Okay, and then you're going to need to click on this icons here and go to Drive, right? So that's step 2 once you've set up your Gmail account. And then you click New, File Upload, and you get the book that, you know, the little book of magic. Maybe if I just... Yeah, anyway, I uploaded mine earlier, so if I can't find it, but basically you put in little book of magic, okay, and then you would open it up. Okay, this isn't the right book that I am going to... let me just see if I can find it quickly. I reckon it should be in here. Okay, no, I can't find it. Basically, you just click your little book of magic, and then you click open, and it will load it. But I have done it already, so this is how you would find it every day, is you put little book of magic, and it should come up. It's taking a while to come up because this is taking a lot of bandwidth, so it's really slowing everything down. It's quite heavy on the bandwidth. Okay, so here we go. Be Your Own Magician PDF. So you would click on it once it's uploaded, like so, and then you'll see it come up like this once it's loaded. It's just taking a while, as I said. Okay, and it's come up, and then what you want to do is go to the top here where it says Open With, and then you can click DocHub. So it's the very first one you want to click, and it says PDF Sign and Edit. And what it'll do is it'll open up this great little application where you can actually write in your book. So you don't need to print it out because it would be quite heavy on ink, and you can just write it this way and take screenshots and put it in the group. But of course, you don't need to do it this way either. You can just use this as a template and have your own journal and just write down the questions and your answers. So you don't need to be all techie, but hey, if you want to learn how to be more techie, then this is exactly how you do it, step by step. Now, it's taken ages to load because being on StreamYard and being in Google Drive at the same time is a little bit intensive. So I'm just going to wait until this has uploaded to show you how you would actually use it. So you basically click on the part of the page that you want to write in. And if that doesn't work, then you can go to this A here for add text. Okay, and then you can open that up, and then you can start to write whatever you want to write in there. And the same here with screenshot. You would, I don't know, is that a picture? Yeah. So you would just then click on this little thing here, I think is picture. Yeah, it says click to insert image, and then you would just move it. So this has come up really big. So you would just move it across. As I said, it's not really working very well because I'm on StreamYard, but you would just drag it and move it across. So that is basically how you use the book. And then you can do little screenshots and put it in the group, but you don't have to do it that way at all. As I said, you can just use these prompts like diarize your day. Okay, I'm going to write my day out in my notebook, and then okay, who, what, how. Okay, I'm going to write who, what, how. It showed up in my notebook, and okay, what were the 3 most magical happenings? What do you see that you like? What do you see that you don't like? What does that tell you? What can you do to improve? When are you going to do that? This is the magical part to stick in the Facebook group. This is really what I want to see going on. Yeah, so it's like, do it however you want. You can just fill it out. You can always come back to the same PDF and change what you've written. So you only need one, but I'm sending them out every day to you. So you've got a fresh one as a prompt if you want. And then you just do a screenshot, and depends on, I can't tell you how to do a screenshot. I'm on an Apple, depends what you're on. So for me, it's Command Shift and something else too, I think. But you can always just Google it. How do I do a screenshot? And it will tell you. And then you just put it into Facebook as a picture. But if that's blown your mind, just use these. Just journal them. Just do a snapshot on your phone and stick it up in the group, or write a post out. This is about you finding out what works for you. It's not about trying to be, do, or have anything more than who you are. This is about you finding out what lights you up, how you want to live your life. Okay, so if it feels like fun to learn the techie side, it's kind of interesting we've had a techie lesson, because that is very magician, Ace of Swords, and it's similar energy. It's all to do with that mind energy, and it's going to change up tomorrow when we go into the Ace of Cups. Okay, and of course it assumes the pictures are uploaded onto the laptop. You would have to do that indeed. Okay, all right, so there you go. There is a little lesson for you, but the real main lesson is about doing what fills you up. So catch your thoughts, all the ones that finally kind of feel a little stressy, just let them go and choose a different one. Align to who you're becoming today on the Ace of Swords, and have a really magical day. And I look forward to seeing you post later. Bye for now.